Now, I know what you're thinking. Cigar Titan. It's not Saturday. And in fact, you would be correct. Today is not Saturday. Today is Friday. And we're filming this episode a day early. So for all of you out there wondering why on earth is the Smoke Signals and Side Quest crew filming on a Friday, well, we'll tell you momentarily. But in the meantime, what's going on, everybody? Cigar Titan here once again on another episode of Smoke Signals and Side Quest. This is episode number 7. That's right. We've got quite an episode for you today. But before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. We are actually airing a day early, but we are streaming live right now over on YouTube, and we are also on Twitch. And for the first time ever, we're actually live streaming to X today. If you want to catch the audio only version and you don't want to see all these pretty faces on your TV screen, again, I don't know why you would want to do that. I think looking at 3 handsome, dapper gentlemen should be everybody's cup of tea. But if you don't want to look at 3 handsome, dapper gentlemen and you just want the audio versions, that airs the following day, usually on Sundays, but we'll be posting the audio version this week on Saturday. And you can take us along for your ride during the week. So, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Man, do we have a heck of a show for you. It's been a busy week, and there's been a lot in the news this week, and we're going to get into that here shortly. But before we do that, I'd like to bring my first co-host to the stage, Mr. Red Beard Riot. How are you?
What's going on?
What is going on?
Oh, man.
I like that shirt.
You know what? Yeah. God bless America, baby.
That's right.
That's right.
It's a good shirt.
I was slightly disappointed just a minute ago. You were saying, hey, what's going on? This is Cigar Titan. And like for a second, my brain was like, here with my good friend, Brother Stogie. But then it didn't happen. I was just like, oh, I don't know what to do.
I know.
Oh, the good times. Yeah, we are doing good here. We're keeping busy and really busy. It's hot. I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
No, I don't like it. But no, we're doing well. We're running around with these dogs. Just good stuff. Good stuff. Generally speaking, I can't really complain too much.
Yeah. Do you have a busy week?
Oh yeah. We got if you have a job, you should have a busy week.
You should.
Right? Your regular old 9 to 5. Sometimes your 9 to 5 is really more like a 9 to 6 or a 9 to 7.
Absolutely.
And that's fairly common, but we got the side business going, and so that's been busy. Taking, like I said, is having a second dog right now is like another full-time job, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he's just a puppy, so we got to make time for getting him trained and making some retrohale riffraff segments for all you guys. And yeah, man, but we're doing great. And this is nice, actually, just this moment to
you're just kind of soaking in the moment of finally being able to exhale and just relax a little bit.
Just got to sit down. Yeah, no, I was actually considering when you came on and you asked me how I was doing, in my brain, I was just like, not the advice of counsel. At this time, I respectfully assert my Fifth Amendment right. I've been hearing that a lot this week.
When you're going to hear it some more.
Oh.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and bring our second co-host to the stage. I think he's got a pair of not so happy pants on. It's Sergeant Grumpy Pants. How are you, sir?
Oh, you threw me for a complete fucking loop immediately from the get-go when the gates opened. I did not hear your classic, what's going on, everybody? This was a very subdued, calm Cigar Titan I was not expecting, and I don't like change, so don't ever do that again.
That's hard to do. That's PTSD.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't like it. It's. I'm a creature of habit, sir. And as soon as you did not do that, I was like, "Fuck is happening? What's going on? What's going on? I don't like it."
Yep. Well, normally we film on Saturdays, but we had to bump it up a day this week. So just wanted to let everybody know this isn't a normal thing. We're not moving our episodes over to Fridays, at least not right now. Saturdays at 7 is still going to be the regular routine for our schedule. But how was your week, sir?
Oh, not too bad actually. It was really busy. Tuesday through Thursday, went up to the greater Phoenix area. The exact location shall remain nameless, but we wound up doing a bunch of stuff. We wound up going to two aquariums.
Secret.
It is a secret. It's a secret squirrel stuff, man. We don't like to give away too much information of our whereabouts because we already know we're being monitored more than we like. But at the same time, we did two aquariums. We did the zoo. The zoo did not last but till 10:30 in the morning because even then, my daughter was just like, "Dad, I'm gonna die. We gotta go." I was like, "It's 10:30 in the morning, bro." It was rough. It was real hot. I sent you guys a picture in the group chat. It was 113 according to the car's register of temp. And the next one was the daughter and I just like just melting. It was so horrendously
brutal.
hot. It was bad. We were not happy campers, that's for sure. But we did have a great time with the indoor activities and the aquariums that we went to. Were really fun. We went to the, as my friend has always called it, the fancy area. Calls it the Shishi Mall, which I guess is Chinese for fancy.
Okay.
Or super fancy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's some Chinese listeners.
Super fancy fun time.
Super fancy fun time. We went to the fashion mall where they got like Neiman Marcus and Coach and Burberry and Louis Vuitton and Rolex and Omega.
A Lululemon.
They did actually, and it was funny because my daughter was like, "Dad, can I get something from Lululemon?" I was like, "Why?
What do you need from Lululemon at your age?"
Right? That's what I'm like. Why you're this age? You're young, right? Why do you want anything from Lululemon? She's like, "Well," and she said her sister's name. She is one, and I'm like, "She does not." So we got her on FaceTime. I was like, "Do you have one of those?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What?"
You're grounded.
Yeah. I was like, I don't even know what my own kids have. This is ridiculous. But sure enough, she was like, "Well, she's got one." I was like, "Well, I mean, I guess if she's got one, I guess you can go ahead and get one." It wasn't anything big. It was just a fanny pack.
Okay.
But it was a fanny pack, right? Like fanny packs made their initial comeback.
They're not
their
cheap.
initial debut. Right. But they made their initial debut, I remember, back in the 80s. And my dad had a really cool fanny pack where the front pouch was like a tearaway zip. And he carried his little his 380 or 9 mil in the front pouch. It was like a tearaway. Allegedly, right?
Yes.
But this is back in the 80s, right? And we've all seen the famous picture of The Rock with the turtleneck and the gold chain and the fanny pack. Like, when did fanny packs, who said it was okay for those to make a comeback? And people to actually make designer things of these, like Lululemon.
I feel like they started making a comeback around the time that those side satchels started making a comeback. It was
for dudes.
Just
man
inevitable.
Those were really popular when I was in Italy from like 2009 to 2013. I saw they were carrying around like at first I was like, oh, they look like messenger bags, but then they got smaller and gayer. And I was like, well, maybe it's just European because European stuff is gayer. Like, I'm not a big guy. I'm only 5'9", and I was like 165 pounds at most when I was in Italy. And even then, I had to buy the double XL men's size pants because all Italians run super small. And then the women there like to go ahead and shove like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. Like, they're wearing pants that are way too small. And the definition of muffin top was really a thing there. Anyways, I digress. But yes, we had a great week. How was yours?
It was good. It's been
that went all over the place,
right?
Yeah, sorry, my ADHD kicked in.
It's been a good week. It's just been super busy. A lot going on at work this week. It's our end of fiscal year, so there was a lot of projects and a lot of things that were going on that had to get done this week. But more importantly, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger's birthday on July 30th, so
happy birthday, Governor.
Oh, that's right. My daughter also, her birthday was on July 30th. Not quite as well known, but they share a birthday. I thought that was pretty interesting. So she officially
squats.
Exactly.
In honor of the Austrian oak.
That's right. she officially crossed the year mark, so we're getting together and throwing a little birthday party for her tomorrow, which is the reason why we had to bump the episode up this week by a day, because we've got family that's in from out of town. The in-laws are here from out of town, so her mom's
Are
helping.
they really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aww.
And she's been great. She's been great helping out with decorating the house and getting everything organized. And so we're just wrapping up and putting the final touches on everything before tomorrow. So we've had a full plate of things going on this week. So kind of along the lines of what Redbeard was saying earlier, it's nice to just kind of take a breath, relax. I'm really going to soak in the time we're on here, because I know as soon as I shut this down, it's going to be nothing but chaos for the rest of the weekend, at least for the next 36 hours or so. We're going to be go. But it's been good. It's been a good week. Hot as balls out here too. It's crazy. I had somebody come and wash my truck for me today. And literally like 20 minutes after he left, I mean, the water hadn't even fully dried yet. I go out to my truck and it's like completely covered in dust again. And I'm like, what the? And it's 2 trees I have over my driveway. And
what kind of trees?
I don't know. I'm not.
They're spider trees.
Oh
yeah, they have they do house a lot of spiders. But they're, dropping leaves on there and there's dust and pollen. And I'm like, man, I just had this thing washed and I literally had to go out there with a duster and wipe stuff off like 20 minutes after the truck was clean. I'm like, this is crazy.
Welcome to owning a black vehicle.
Exactly.
You mean to tell me Cybertrucks don't come with an auto clean feature?
They should.
Save for the price.
Yeah. And mine's wrapped too. So, and wrapped black. So it definitely shows that dirt a lot more.
To make it look bigger?
No, it doesn't make it look bigger, although I get the reference there. When you raise it, when it gets, raised up, it looks a lot bigger then. But
I feel like you got to have a little bit of fun with it and just go around the back and just draw some boobs on the back.
Yay! See,
it's already a refrigerator on
just
wheels.
Because we're 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You need to write on the back, I wish my wife was as dirty as this truck. The next time
it's a refrigerator on wheels. What can I say?
Yay.
Yep. Yay. But no, things have been good. And for everybody who is just joining us, maybe you're tuning into this for the first time, welcome. We're happy to have you. You have found the Smoke Signals and Side Quest crew. Normally we air all of our episodes on Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But today we're doing it a day early. If you want to catch the audio only versions, you can check us over on Spotify and Amazon Music. Today we're actually going live on YouTube, X for the first time, and Twitch. So you can check us out on multiple platforms.
Are we really?
If you're just tuning in too for the first time, shoot a comment down below. Let us know. We had a couple subscribers last week, and so we wanted to give you guys a shout out. If we don't know who you are and it doesn't pop up when you subscribe, it makes it a little bit more difficult to shout you out. So if you want your name shouted out in a future episode, don't forget to comment down below. Awesome, gentlemen. Well, it sounds like at least to some extent, we've been kind of lightly keeping up with the news this week, and lightly. And so I'm certain you're both aware of some of the trials, or the hearings, rather, not the trials, the hearings that have been going on in Congress. And I thought we could talk about that today in a segment that we call the Burn Line. Oh man, what a week for news. We for those of you out there who don't know, we usually convene very early in the week and talk about what we're going to do for our next episode and try to plan things out, right? And when we got together, I think it was on Monday this last week, we just didn't have a lot going on, and it's always the same thing. It's like, just wait, something's going to pop up, something will be in the news. We'll have something to talk about for sure. And man,
somebody's going to do something stupid.
And man, did somebody do something stupid this week in front of everybody, in front of the entire country,
the world.
Yeah. And so
111 times.
Exactly. Unbelievable. freaking believable. Yes, we're referring to the hearings that took place on Capitol Hill this week with regards to Dr. Anthony Fauci.
This
And
guy.
for those of you who may not know, who may not follow politics very closely, I think Dr. Anthony Fauci is fairly well known by now. But if you genuinely don't know who Dr. Anthony Fauci is, he is the person who basically headed up all of the research for the COVID vaccines and helped push those vaccines out back when we were having our COVID crisis.
You're sort of there.
Yeah,
Not exactly, but
I thought he was
go
the
ahead.
guy who invented
Go
the
ahead.
South
Maybe you
Beach
can give a
body.
better description.
Anthony Fauci was the head of the NIH, which is government body, and part of what they do is provide funding and grants for different kinds of research, medical research. If you don't know who Fauci is, go look up the Beagle experiments. You don't want to see that. It's atrocious. But
the Beagle
so that was
experiments.
I'm Googling it.
You tell him not to do something, you know he's going to do it.
He won't listen. So yeah, he was the head of that, and as a result of that, obviously, back in the good old days of the 2020s, Anthony Fauci was sort of the front man, the spokesman, the official doctor,
right?
Who came out to the press conference, the press conferences at the White House, and he came out and went and talked to all the morning shows and the celebrities and everybody else, and told a whole lot of lies. Apparently,
yeah. We'll pull up some of those lies here in just a moment. But I think there, and help keep me honest here, Redbeard, but I think there may have been a misconception too that Dr. Fauci was actually somebody who was selected by Trump. He wasn't necessarily somebody who was selected by Trump to kind of lead this whole rollout of the vaccine. He was kind of already in that role.
Right. I think he's held that role for I think he may have started under Bush, but don't quote me on that. Talking about Bush 2.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been there for a while. He wasn't appointed or selected by Trump or even, Obama, I don't think. I think he was there even before that.
Right. And you were talking about some of the now confirmed lies that
goofy guy
Dr. Anthony Fauci told. And so I thought before we would, kick off some of the Senate hearings from this week, we would take a look at a video from the past and get an idea of some of the bigger lies Dr. Anthony Fauci had told the American people.
When is this from?
This is around the time of the pandemic.
2020, 2000.
The real world, the effectiveness of vaccines falls short of the original efficacy. That is not at all the case with the vaccines for COVID-19. So now we have two vaccines that are really quite effective. The mRNA vaccine, highly effective, extraordinarily efficacious, 94 to 95% for mild to moderate disease, and virtually 100% efficacious, because the real world effectiveness is even more impressive than the results of the clinical trial.
Yeah, we're going on to a lot of news posts here about Dr. Fauci and some of the claims around the vaccines as they initially rolled out.
Oh my God.
By that with people. It's nothing to do with whether or not it's effective. We know it's highly effective.
Yeah, so you get the idea there. Dr. Fauci, when he first came out and they started rolling out the vaccines, I think initially the claim was that, if you got a vaccine, you were 100% safe from getting COVID. You would not get COVID if you got the vaccine.
That's what Rachel Maddow told me.
And that turned out to be not true at all.
You know, I'm not necessarily him telling this story about the vaccines isn't really so much the thing that I think about when the scope of what you would call his crimes or potential crimes comes into play. He didn't have anything to do with the vaccine. He was out there being a spokesperson and pushing it.
Well, then by proxy, I would say, I would argue that point and say by proxy, you do. I mean, you're the person, you're the figurehead for these vaccines. And so when you're out there, like it's no different than a salesman, a car salesman, right? I mean,
I understand. I understand that. The broader point that I'm making is for a minute they were calling it Trump's vaccine, right? Towards the end of his term before the election.
Is that when no one wanted to take it?
And the narrative at that time was, we don't trust this vaccine that Trump has rushed into production. You know, Trump's vaccine, and it's not Trump's vaccine. It's not Fauci's vaccine. And both of them are out there talking it up. And even at that point, you could say, well, listen, maybe that's their best understanding that it is effective. My bigger gripe about the whole thing is the mandates where they say you must take this, otherwise you're going to lose your job. And really to go out there and to say, oh, this is safe and effective. The time for clinical trials simply wasn't there. You can't develop a vaccine in 6 months. So when you come out and you say, oh, it's safe and effective. Oh, okay. Now, I think generally speaking, reasonable people would go, oh, I'm not so sure about that. Like, you guys just had that thing sitting in the closet and you're just rolling it out now. And now you're saying that I have to take it.
Polar Knights goes on to say in the comments, I would not take a vaccine that was made in less than 90 days when a normal vaccine takes 6 to 10 years to be approved.
Right. Yeah. There's all kinds of clinical trials that vaccines go through. And, they say, well, safe and effective. And there's all sorts of lies that come after that, right? It's safe and effective. Oh, if you get the vaccine, the virus stops with you. All these sorts of things that a little bit of time goes by, a little more time goes by, and it's like, oh, no, that wasn't correct. Oh, no, that wasn't correct. Oh, no, that wasn't correct. But then they're out here talking about vaccine passports. Again, like I said, is the most egregious one for me was the mandates, and fortunately that got struck down. But screw you.
Yeah.
Screw you, Joe Biden. Get out of here.
I think the point,
and once Joe Biden was president, then the vaccine was safe and effective.
Weird.
I think the point that I was trying to emphasize or make there was that all of those things were predicated on him saying the vaccine was 100% effective initially rolling out. And so I do think, while I understand your point, and I have my problems with him for those same things. When you're supposed to be the person that is being honest and truthful with the public about the effectiveness of these drugs, and
you're representing yourself as an authority
100%, and you're going out there and saying all of these things that just aren't true or have not been proven. Like, just come out and initially say, oh yeah, like, and for me that was like the beginning of the, okay, well, what's really going on here is when you come out and you say, oh yeah, this vaccine, if you get it, you're not going to get COVID. And then people were still getting COVID. It's like, well, where did that come from? Where did the whole idea of you're not going again? And maybe it's because it's what I do for a living. Like, I root cause problems for a living, but
sure.
I think back, I'm like, well, how did we get to that point where we came out and confidently said, oh yeah, you're not going to get it if you get this vaccine? I mean, looking back in retrospect now, It's just because they wanted people to take the vaccine that was a bull-faced lie to get people to do it. But back then it was like, well, you're saying this thing that's just flat out not true.
Well, let's talk about the number of times that they flip-flop from the beginning, where it's like, oh no, there's nothing to worry about with this virus. Oh shit, this is the biggest thing you've ever seen. Oh, well, don't worry, you don't have to wear a mask. Oh, you need to wear a mask. In fact, wear 2 masks. And then it just keeps going back and forth. Oh, don't worry, everybody, 2 weeks to slow the spread. You mean 2 years to slow the spread?
Yeah, 2 weeks isn't going to.
You really begin to go, oh yeah, I remember now. The same thing that I always thought. These people are incompetent morons, and oh, good, they're in charge of the health response to this major pandemic. Which,
Yay!
Yeah, I'm not going to say it didn't kill a lot of people, but for them to come out and be like, "Hey, if you're 3 years old, you should get the vaccine."
That's ridiculous.
In the very beginning, what are they talking about? Oh, who's at risk for this? It's the elderly, right? If you're 65 and older, or maybe it was 55 and older, and you have, what did they call them? Comorbidities, right?
AIDS.
Sure. I mean, I think that's a comorbidity for everything. Yeah. Oh, if you're above this age and you have a comorbidity. Oh, but just to be safe, everybody gets it. What?
It's the all or none factor.
That's right.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody. Polar Knights goes on to say. Oh, so go ahead.
Go.
Oh, Polar Knights, a couple comments there. Did not take the vaccine. Did get COVID. Was like a mild flu. Still alive. I use a mask, of course. My Batman mask saves lives.
That's right.
That was the other thing. The whole mask debate, like I remember, and this was obviously before I met my fiance, but I went out on a date with this girl and we got into this. She was very clearly, I didn't know this in the beginning, but it turned out at the end of the day, she was a very liberal person. And I remember having a debate with her about masks. And she's like, no, we got to wear masks. Like, that's what's going to help stop the spread. And these things are effective. And I'm like, they're not effective. Like, if you've ever gone to a sterile environment, like, nobody treats these masks like we're in a sterile environment. Everybody's touching them, moving them. And the fact that your normal mask, your normal face mask, not your N95 or whatever it was at that time, does not stop microscopic particles from passing through. She's like, yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. She's like, prove it. I said, okay.
Put your hand in front of your mask and breathe. Can you feel it?
I told her, I said, put your mask on. She put her mask on. I lit a lighter and I said, now blow. But I said, you don't have to blow hard, just blow. She went, and the lighter blew out. I'm like, she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, really? Like, they're
I'm
not meant for that.
Down.
Listen,
You took your hand off the switch.
yeah, right. You cheated.
You cheated,
Fascist.
fucker.
You fascist.
Nazis
Listen,
cheat.
I remember being in 7th grade health class when we were talking about the birds and the bees. And the topic came up of what does a prophylactic protect you from and what doesn't it protect you from and why? Right. And they said, oh, well, there's these things. There's herpes and there's...
Well, what's a prophylactum?
That is a condom.
The layman's term, rubber.
That's a rubber. It's a Jimmy.
Jimmy hat. Raincoat.
I was trying to sound smart.
All right.
You did. You sounded really eloquent, actually.
And what did they say?
Prophylactic.
They said AIDS is a virus, and the molecule of that is so small that it may be able to even pass through even a condom because of the size of it. And I'm like, I've got that inside of my head, and then I've got Dr. Anthony Fauci telling me to wear a cloth mask on my face, and that is going to somehow slow the spread. So what? Like, if I can't spit on people, is that's gonna that's gonna do the trick. If my breath only goes 6 feet, right? If my breath my breath only goes 5.5 feet when I'm breathing through a cloth mask versus whatever, it's just like, it's just the dumbest thing. And you go, oh yeah, I remember they forced us to do that.
That's right.
They forced us to do a lot of
Forced.
things.
Don't Polar Knight says don't buy condoms at Walmart. That's right. Don't buy them at Walmart.
Protector.
That's
For
right.
sure.
It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get there at Walmart.
Good luck anyway. Somebody's got to come over and put in the combination, and
That's
then
right.
like go into the vault, go down like the steps with like a torch, break open the coffin, and like get them out for you because they're what do they call it? Customer protection. It's the
They're loss prevention stuff.
Yeah, right. The anti-theft.
Yeah.
Well, I agree a lot with what Cigar Titan is saying, that Dr. Anthony Fauci, because even though it wasn't his shot, but he was promoting it, basically, he should be held accountable on some level because he's out the world sponsoring it, basically, right? I equate it to, and this might be a pretty extreme version, but let's look at Charles Manson. He didn't
This
kill
doesn't
anybody
sound
himself.
extreme at all. It sounds like you're starting off on a fairly
Charles
normal.
Manson did not kill anybody
We're
or
on
delete
solid
anybody.
footing.
True.
He never did the crime himself. He just told people to go do it, and they did it. Well, he
Right.
told people to take these shots, and they did it. So what's the difference between that?
Go ahead.
Because one is in good nature versus the other one was ill-intended. I just what's the difference here?
Telling people under false pretenses that this shot is going to keep you healthy and prevent others from getting COVID and you yourself won't get it was the first lie. And then kind of going back into what Redbeard was saying earlier, the second part of that was mandating that everyone take this, or we were going to take away your livelihood. Really put a lot of people in a position where even for those that were adamantly against getting the shot, like you had to think, man, do I do this and take the risk? Or do I say no and then risk losing my job? Because they were straight up firing people. I mean, how many people lost their jobs under the Biden administration for not taking the shot, both in the private sector and in government? I mean, he mandated that how many military individuals, like everybody in the military, had to get the COVID shot. And if you refused, then you were being held accountable or discharged from the military. Right. If you refused to get the shot, like we went absolutely flipping crazy with this stuff where, you would literally, and I'm sure even Sergeant Grumpy Pants, you probably saw this, you'd walk into a restaurant, and while you were standing up, walking to your table, you had to have a mask on. But when you sat down, it was okay to take the mask off. And somehow the virus would not spread that way.
My favorite were the videos when people were going through Starbucks drive-thru and they're like, I can't hand this drink to you until you put your mask on in your car, even though you're like easily, what? It's like, I'm in my own car. Yeah, but you should be wearing it while you're in your own. And my favorite is when you still to this day see Nimrods riding around in their car by themselves wearing masks.
People who still wear masks.
These are the people Cigar Titan likes to refer to as who love to smell their own farts.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Well, it even goes beyond, right? Because it's even bigger than just vaccines and promoting vaccines. You were not getting the truth about almost anything. And a part of that, when you look back at it, you go, okay, wait a minute. Like, it really feels like the lies that we got fed, almost like they were intended to contradict the president.
Yeah.
Right? Because Donald Trump would come out and say the COVID came from the Wuhan lab or, whatever. It didn't come from the wet market. But no, they stuck to that wet market. And if you dared to go out, on a show or on the social medias and talk about, oh no, there's the Wuhan Institute of Virology like a mile away from this supposed wet market where they're saying, oh, it originated in the wild, then, oh no, you're getting banned. right? You're a conspiracy theorist. I remember seeing something very early on that was a Chinese scientist who had was able to actually take a look at the first strain of COVID, and she was talking all about how this thing has the markers of being engineered. This thing looks like it's been, done with like this, like gain of, she didn't use the term gain of function, but it was,
skirting on the edges.
This looks like people have messed with it. It has the hallmarks of that, not something that has, just magically originated in the wild. They shut her down, right? You were not allowed to talk about that. And you're like, well, okay, why? I mean, at the end of the day, we don't really care where it comes from. The fact of the matter is it's here. We got to deal with it, right? But everything was just like oh no, Donald Trump is lying to you. Donald Trump is lying to you. Donald Trump is lying to you. Or he's wrong. He's stupid. He's blaming the Chinese. He called it the Wu flu. What a racist, right?
Not the Wu flu.
It came from China.
It's the China virus.
China virus.
Yeah. And so it's like all the stuff that you're finding out now that was just dead ass lies, you were being told originally, but then the broader narrative that was coming out of, like the media and out of Fauci and all these kind of things was, oh no, these are lies. These are lies.
I just reading the comments from Polar Knights. I believe this is our guy from Norway, which is great because the first comment says, "This is why we love the USA. We get new shit every day." And I'm genuinely curious. Maybe you can answer this in the comments, Polar Knights. When you guys just get bored, do you turn on like the world news just to see what the fuck's going on in the United States and be like, it's like a reality show. What new drama has unfolded? Then Polar Knights goes on to say, this is what made me throw my head back and laugh. The only place that did not have mask requirements was the titty bar. COVID cost me a fortune in $1 bills.
Man.
Did it.
Oh,
Well, I got a question for you, Sergeant Grumpy Pants.
I plead the fifth.
I'm sorry, sir. You're not allowed to plead the fifth. You've already received a pardon. Therefore, you have no Fifth Amendment right.
But it's
before we get into what's that?
It's an auto pen pardon.
An auto pen pardon.
It's not extra credit.
No.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Before we get into a couple of the videos from the hearing this week, I wanted to ask, since we're on the topic, what does this do in terms of credibility for the government going forward? Should we have an actual real pandemic, like a real situation, a real legitimate pandemic that has the potential to wipe out a lot of people, not a COVID type pandemic, a real thing? What does that do, in terms of credibility, and how will that change things? How is this going to change things going forward, in your opinion?
You've heard the story of the little boy that cried wolf, haven't you?
Sure.
Oh my God, the wolf's coming. Oh, villagers come with the guns. Where is it? Ha ha ha. I'm just kidding. There's no wolf. When the wolf finally shows up, he calls and no one comes running because they're like little kids dicking around and he's getting ripped apart limb from limb. Blah, blah, blah. Literally the same thing. The credibility kind of goes down the crapper at that point in time. I mean, you expect some sort of, I guess, respectable level of responsibility that the government has towards its population, right? Not this government overreach that we did see with COVID. And, people were getting cops called on them because they had, football parties and they were all they were not staying 6 feet apart, social distancing. And, it was crazy.
You
People
can
were dying in the hospitals.
protest.
Yeah,
That's
you can protest.
You can protest and burn down cities, but
Yeah.
you're not allowed to have a football party.
Right. I mean, and yeah, it literally gets, because when it does happen again, how many people are going to be like, no, this is COVID all over again. We're not going to do this. And then body counts start going up and then people go, oh shit, it's too late. Like we overcorrected. And then it's like an ice patch, right? You got to just steer the wheel into this slide just so but you got to be careful because when it catches, it can whip you back around hard and throw you in a ditch. That black ice is treacherous, man. So you got to watch out. And that's my take. That's my personal opinion. I think that basically everyone's going to overcorrect, and then it could have devastating impacts on. Yeah, I just think that, the world's still too heavily populated. COVID didn't do nearly as bad damage that it should have.
It was not
Because the
as
traffic,
effective as it should have
no,
been.
the traffic on the freeway should still be a whole lot less like it was when everyone was sheltering in place. Because I loved it. I thought it was great when they finally went to Huntington Beach in California. Like, the water was so crystal clear. We saw bat rays like on the shore, and I'm like, wow,
Did you
that's the
see
first time
that,
I've seen
man?
like wildlife at the city beach of Huntington. That's crazy. Everything was just cleaner. I liked it. It was really, really fun.
What do you think, Redbeard? Do you think that this is, if we have a pandemic in the future, do you think that the way this one was handled is going to impact the way people respond in the future?
I think it just depends upon what kind of information are you able to get, right? And you saw this even with COVID, where there was a lot of questioning of the narrative. And yeah, you were called a conspiracy theorist and you were called, lots of different names. But if you had pretty good information, you were doing all right. If you understood, if you're healthy and you're relatively young and you don't have any of these comorbidities, you might get it and maybe it'll suck, but life goes on, right? It's not going to kill you.
Right.
The mortality rate on this thing, and then they originally estimated, and they said, oh, well, it's, I don't remember what it was. I think they said it was like 2% or something like that. And now studies have come back and said, oh, it was actually like 0.02 or 0.03%. And, when you understand the number of people who die from the seasonal flu every year,
right?
For the most part, if you're young, you're not really going to freak out about it. Just like our friend from Norway, I got COVID, and it was like
a flu.
Honestly, it wasn't even that. I almost didn't even notice it. The only thing I noticed was like when I would go up the stairs at my house, by the time I would get to like the last 3 or 4 steps, my legs would just ache and I would be winded.
Yeah,
but other than that, I didn't even have cold symptoms. I didn't have a runny nose, literally nothing. I'm like, oh, this is COVID. Oh, okay. Good thing we shut down the world. Obviously, a lot of people had a worse reaction than that.
Sure.
But yeah.
But you have to think,
you have to be armed with good information for one thing. And I think by the time we got to that point, there were enough people who already sort of really began to understand that they were getting a lot of lies coming out of, what you would see on CNN or MSNBC. They ran with the whole thing. They ran with the whole thing of like, oh, what did Trump say about Nazis? They're very fine people or something like this, right? They ran with that thing all the way up until this last election.
That's
and
right.
It's like
years after it had been debunked.
Right. 3 second search to see, the whole clip. And then you have to sit there and watch while they're telling you, oh, Donald Trump did this, Donald Trump did that. And you're just like, okay, literally everything that you're saying is you're just lying about everything. And so when they come along and they start telling all this stuff about coronavirus, you're like, okay, I need a second opinion here because I already get the strong sense that I can't trust these people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't trust them with everything that you saw on the news. I mean, Nancy Pelosi wound up going to get her hair done when everyone should have been sheltering in place. There was surveillance video of that. There was Gavin Newsom, who was out at a bar not wearing a mask, and everybody else around in the bar was like, bro, why aren't you masking up? What makes you so much more superior than us? Your immune system is just that much greater.
I think if something big happens, if something real happens, the government is not going to be able to do anything about it.
And that's unfortunate because I agree. I think the government lost so much credibility with COVID that, to Sergeant Grumpy Pants' points, by the time you realize that this is a serious situation, it's likely to be too late and something will have spread beyond the point of containment. So
are you reading
read them, Miller?
All right, so Polar Knights goes on to say, I'll backtrack a little bit here. Says, without freedom of speech, we wouldn't know who the idiots are. That's one.
Very
Two,
true.
continues to say, follow the money. Then you see why we was asked to take the vaccine. Somebody made a lot of money off of that. That's the two. And the final one is, the American president is a gem. Norway is making a killing on our oil sales. I hope he will be El Presidente for life.
2028.
I love the fact that someone from Norway threw in the Spanish flair for the El
El
Presidente.
Presidente.
That's right. That's
Could
right.
it
Well,
be
let's get
El Presidente.
into one of the clips here from the hearing. This is Senator Bernie Moreno, and this clip of him talking to Anthony Fauci went viral this week. And as soon as I hit play, I think you're going to understand why quite quickly.
To myself, I cannot stand idly on the side and watch this happen. It was about 6 years ago today that I decided I'm going to give up my businesses, sell them all, run for office, run for the United States Senate. Here I am sitting in front of you 6 years later saying, who the fuck do you think you were for doing that?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are your initials? Well, I kind of got the initial reaction, I guess, Sergeant Grumpy Pants.
like
What are your
that.
thoughts?
Nothing like a good F-bomb in Congress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No,
you don't
I'm
hear
saying-
enough F-bombs.
I love it when politicians just kind of go unfiltered, man, because you really see the human side of it. And I hate when people go, they're so unpolished and unrefined. They're not fit for the office. That should be held to a higher standard. Dude, I'm sorry, but Winston Churchill was probably still one of my favorite people ever. And that guy drank and smoked like a fish in a chimney. And he cursed all the damn time. And he got shit done, which was great. I like Winston Churchill. He was awesome.
Yeah,
We need more. We need more of that guys like that.
I think the inflection here certainly landed, and I believe that Senator Moreno is speaking as a lot of Americans probably
The
feel.
voice of America.
Yeah, when we're thinking about who are you to not, it's not even just you shut down the country, but what did that do to people's businesses, people's livelihoods? There are businesses that are no longer in existence because they had to shut down during COVID. And a lot of small mom and pop family owned businesses had to shelter and close their doors for good because of the recommendations and the direction of Dr. Anthony Fauci.
You could go to Walmart, but you couldn't go to church.
That's right.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
That's right. Well, let's hear what else he has to say.
It is a total disgrace what you did to this country. And if my Democrat colleagues are standing there defending you, I hope the voters of the United States of America watch the clips of every one of you doting on a guy who was more interested in being a celebrity than saving American people. I will make it my mission to make certain that every single one of those Democrats who did that will see that clip over and over and over again. Because there is no defense of what you did.
Thank you. I love that. Holding his feet to the fucking fire, man. That's so great.
Yeah.
And when you read some of the diary entries, you're just like, oh, this guy is. I mean, what word do you want to use? Megalomaniac? I mean,
Dear diary, today I duped billions into taking a COVID vaccine. It was so rad.
Yeah, well, we're about to get our first taste of what Anthony Fauci had to say at the Senate
Just
hearings.
apologize
something new.
to the people who you harmed through your actions. Will you say, do you have the dignity to just say
Pause
you were
that
sorry?
for a second. How many people had to experience this thing where you may have had a dying loved one, a grandma, grandpa, a mom,
I actually know
a
somebody
dad,
in that situation, or that was in that situation. Yes.
and you weren't allowed to be in the same room with them?
On their deathbed too. That's fucked up.
I knew someone who lost their father due to COVID.
Can we put a definition on unforgivable?
Yep. They were in the hospital, and the family was not allowed to go into the room. They were not allowed to be in the room when he passed.
Sorry, I interrupted. Let's hear what Fauci has to say, because I think he's getting ready to apologize.
Yeah, I don't think so.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
So you won't apologize to the military members who Joe Biden summarily dismissed from the military for not taking the vaccine?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Will you apologize to the business owners that lost their business, shattered their lives, and they'll never recover?
He can't
On the
apologize.
advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
So this goes on for quite some time. I mean, Dr. Fauci
The whole entire time?
invokes the fifth a total of 111 times during this hearing. And, there was some talk about whether or not he can legally invoke the fifth after receiving a preemptive 11-year pardon. So he was, for those of you who don't know, Dr. Anthony Fauci was pardoned by former President Joe Biden prior to Joe Biden leaving office. And that pardon is in retroactive effect for 11 years.
Can I get one of those?
So I got two questions here for you, gentlemen, and I'll go to you first, Redbeard. One is, what does that mean for preemptive pardons? Should we offer preemptive pardons to people in the future? And if that is the route that we're going to go, what does that look like for you? We'll start there.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, because I was all pissed off about this, and I say, man, preemptive pardons shouldn't be, it shouldn't be legal. It should, if you're gonna give somebody a pardon, you should at least have to detail out their crimes, right? You're gonna say, oh, you're getting a pardon, but you did this, you did this, you did this, you did this, right? These are the things that you've been charged with or are guilty of or whatever. I actually found out today that, and there's Supreme Court precedent for this that goes back to like 1915. And what it talks about is that something like a presidential pardon actually amounts to, if you accept it, right? Because you don't have to accept a presidential pardon. They were trying to do this thing back then where they wanted to get some like reporter guy to reveal his source. And they reasoned that if they pardoned him, that he would then have to reveal his source. Well, they tried to do that, and he said, no, I don't accept your pardon, right? So you actually can accept or decline a pardon. And what it was sort of adjudicated through the Supreme Court at the time was that an acceptance of a pardon actually equates to an admission of guilt.
That's why you can't apologize, because he would be assuming responsibility if he said, I am sorry.
It's interesting. So in that same vein, though, and making, I guess, it sounds like you're almost making a case that we should not offer preemptive pardons. Is that safe to say? I'm going somewhere with this.
How do you offer somebody a preemptive pardon that hasn't been charged with a crime?
Fair. Okay. Fair. Now, should
Hunter Biden?
No, that's not where I was going.
That's a good case, though.
Should the president?
Just another example.
Should the president, Donald Trump, should he offer preemptive pardons to his administration before he leaves for office, given what happened the last time he left office and all of the legal action and, in his words, witch hunting that took place after he left office.
Well, what's interesting about that is if you put on your memory cap and go back to the end of 2020, after that election happened, this was a big narrative going around on a lot of the news channels that, oh no, Donald Trump, this big criminal, is going to pardon himself and pardon his entire family. And oh, that's he can't do that. That's illegal. That would be unethical. This, that, and the other. And 4 years later, wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what Joe Biden did. He didn't pardon himself, but he pardoned his family. He pardoned Fauci. He gave him these preemptive 11-year, 14-year pardons.
That's what we
Not a
call
peep
being
about it.
hypocritical.
Not a peep about it.
Right.
Oh, well, he had to. He had to because of the witch hunt, because we know that, the corrupt new administration is going to go after them. Okay, I guess. So it was bad. It was bad when he was doing it, but it's good when you're doing it, is what we end up with.
Unfortunately, I think, Sergeant Grumpy Pants, I think this is the world we currently live in, which is we're in this weird space now. We live in this weird space of politics where, nobody's going to be able to leave office without somebody, on the opposite end of the aisle going after them legally once they leave office. I think we have crossed some boundaries after Trump left office. The first time, I think there was some precedent that had been broken by going after a former president. I mean, they deplatformed a sitting president off of one of the biggest social media companies in the world at that time and took away his voice, which is why we ended up with Truth Social. So I think we're in a weird space. I don't know. Sergeant Grumpy Pants, what does this look like for the country going forward in terms of pardon? Should we preemptively pardon people? Should we not do this? Are we going to say it's okay for one party to do it, but not the other party to do it?
We've got a
What do you
question
think?
for you, Cigar Titan, coming out of the chat.
We do, yes.
Go for
Please
it.
read it.
Yeah. That says, was Cigar Titan the stuntman on the new He-Man movie?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. But I was the stuntman for the Man at Arms.
For Man at Arms? Ah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was the robot.
Maybe it was
Just
the robot.
Gave him a lot of self-tanner.
That's right. Sergeant Grumpy Pants, what are your thoughts on preemptive pardons?
One of my favorite movies is Minority Report. Based on they are arresting people preemptively, things that they think they're going to wind up doing. And I don't believe that you can do preemptive pardons. They shouldn't be held in that space to have to pardon, because then it's just going to be Trump's going to just have to pardon himself and everybody else before he gets out of office. And then Barry's going to be like, oh, see, you can't do that. But Biden did it, maybe not for himself, but like Redbeard Riot said, he did it for his family and everybody else. It was, in cahoots.
I think he pardoned his brother too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's just sitting there. That's the thing, is like, if you cannot articulate the crime, what are they pardoning for? Like, you can't arrest me based off statistics. Well, you're a white man, so you're like X amount of times more likely to become a serial killer based on the statistics. So we're just going to go ahead and arrest you before you have a chance to do anything like that, when I've never exhibited this type of behavior at all. So you can arrest me preemptively. You can pardon preemptively. It just doesn't make sense. It's not clear, right? If you cannot articulate the crime, what are you pardoning them for? I'm not really saying much of anything different. I'm kind of like just, piggybacking off Redbeard Riot and what he said, but just saying it kind of in a different way.
Yeah, no, I mean, it completely makes sense. I don't know how I feel about it. Again, I think so many precedents have been broken, in the last 8 years. And, we've gone down this rabbit hole as a country now where we are threatening legal retaliation and, prison, and jail,
Right.
and all these things against our political opponents. We're, advocating for violence against political opponents. And
Who's doing that? Not me.
Not me.
no, none of us. But it's happening. It's happening.
I just thought of a loophole.
What is it?
Maybe Trump can give himself a pardon by using the auto pen because he's not signing it.
Sure. Why not? I mean,
Why not, right?
yeah.
And Scott the Robot, no, I am not confessing to something at all in your comment. I've done nothing.
Allegedly. Yes. So, we're going to hop into the next video here. This is Senator Josh Hawley talking to, and when I say talking to, it's literally what he's doing. He's just talking to Dr. Fauci, because this is certainly not a conversation.
Silence is admission. And here's the real thing. At the end of the day, it wasn't just about the money, really, was it? It was really about a power trip. I mean, through all of this, you want to be the most famous scientist in the world. You were so focused on getting every award and every drop of cash that you could, all because you wanted to be on TV. You wanted to be the sun god of science. You wanted to be the guy who was in charge of it all. You wanted to lambaste Trump. You wanted to make sure that nobody else stole your spotlight. You wanted to be the guy. You had time to sit for InStyle magazine. Here's what you were doing with your time. You could sit for InStyle magazine, but you can't answer questions for the American people. You could sit for InStyle magazine, but you're here taking the fifth. You could sit for InStyle magazine and get $1 million in cash awards. But now the cat's got your tongue. I bet he does. I tell you what, here's my conclusion from all of this. This was really all about you the whole time. Somewhere along the way, you lost your way. You may have been a good public servant at one time. I don't know. But what I can tell you from reading your emails now, from looking at what you did, how you used your employees, somewhere along the line, it became all about you. You became a narcissist and a megalomaniac and a liar. Ooh. And you've lied to the American people, and you've lied to this body. And you've disgraced your profession by doing it. You called yourself the most famous scientist in the world. You've done more to harm science than anybody in my lifetime. And I hope you'll go home and write that in your diary.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
But I am the science.
Yeah, and the interesting thing, with Senator, what you didn't see in that video is Senator Hawley was making a point earlier that Dr. Anthony Fauci would not be able to plead the fifth, that he would actually be in contempt of court because he's failing to answer the questions, and because a pardon basically kind of absolves you of all of that. You don't have any legal grounds to plead the fifth at that point. So you would essentially have to answer the questions before you. So it's interesting that I think everybody's kind of got the same idea here, which is we look at it, and this is certainly a two-tiered justice system, right? There's the normies like all of us that get held accountable for the crimes that we commit. And then allegedly. And then there's those in, elevated spaces that, will never see their day in court, and will never be held accountable for the crimes that they've committed. And unfortunately, I'm in the camp that I think Dr. Fauci's never going to serve a day in jail. He's never going to face any real type of
probably not.
Real type of commitment or backlash for any of this.
In order, I think, even for him to be held in contempt of Congress, I think that's probably a motion that has to be voted on and, gone through that whole process. And there's not enough good senators
that are and just like with COVID, I try to search the internet. The thing with AI these days is that it's gotten to a point where you never know what you're looking at, whether it's real or not, and that's been a big problem, and kind of the world we're heading into. We talked about that last week in our episode, crossing over this uncanny valley of being in a world where, real life is going to be indistinguishable from AI. But I think I found a real clip here of Dr. Anthony Fauci pleading the fifth during these Senate hearings.
What do we got?
So I'll play that now.
At plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you?
That's a real clip. I stand on that.
Nailed
It's
it.
100% real.
Real.
Yeah.
Real.
Your bra bestie goes on to say, Josh Hawley is good, Scott the Robot. I do like him. And then Polar Knights. Who own AI? They let you see what they choose to let you see.
That's right.
And on a
right.
side note, Josh Hawley's hair is almost perfectly coiffed, but not quite as well as Cigar Titan's.
That's
No,
right.
sir.
The coif
No,
is
sir.
it's a skill for sure.
It definitely is.
Awesome.
That's not genetic.
It might, well, yeah, I mean, it might be a little bit. All right,
Wanna
gentlemen,
see some newborn baby pictures?
let's move on to our next segment. But before we do that, if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. You have found the Smoke Signals and Side Quest crew. We air our episodes every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, we are airing this episode a day early, and we spoke about that earlier in the episode, but normally you'll catch us every Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to catch just the audio version, you can check us out over on Amazon Music and Spotify. We air that the following day, so you'll have those episodes ready for you tomorrow, but normally those episodes go live on Sundays. If you're new here, you're just following us, maybe you're becoming a part of the Smoke Signals and Side Quest crew, we're so happy to have you. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let us know what you'd like to see in maybe a future episode. We're looking for some recommendations. We'd love the opportunity to talk about some of the topics that are important to you as well. Give yourself a shout out down below, and maybe we can shout you out on a future episode. But gentlemen, I think it's time to have a little bit of fun and get into our retro hail riffraff. Before we do that, though, Polar Knight says, I got this show on OnlyFans, the free sites.
Are we streaming on OnlyFans?
We're not streaming on OnlyFans. So if we're on OnlyFans right now, I swear, I don't know how we got there.
Oh, my.
But if you're tuning into us on OnlyFans, welcome.
Feet pics. Feet pics.
You put that thing down right now, sir.
Dirty bastard.
I'll have my Venmo and PayPal up soon.
Oh.
Just scan the QR code at the end of the show. That's it.
Easy.
Redbeard, the floor is yours, sir.
Oh my goodness. Well, after all of that comedy that we just saw from Dr. Fauci, I thought we might revisit a little bit of comedy like we did from last week. So I would like to present to you, gentlemen, this good old retro hail riffraff. We're going to be doing hilarious hijinks part 2.
Oh,
Okay.
If you like it.
I do.
If you
I
like
love
it. Gentlemen, ready to go?
Let's do this.
I think
We're not going to keep score this time. It's too much. Too much of a pain. It's too much. Round 1, gentlemen. Oh, yeah? This is just a fist. But when I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess.
Nope.
I got nothing.
You stumped. Yeah. Well, you should get another clue. Did you refer to yourself in the 4th person?
Nope.
No, you didn't.
No, I don't know what this is.
Oh, you have no idea.
I have no idea what this is yet.
I must have made this too hard. All right, gentlemen, let's try one more. Advanced delusionary schizophrenia with involuntary narcissistic rage.
I know I've seen this movie because I know the last 2 quotes there are familiar. Oh man, is it a movie with The Rock?
It's not a movie with The Rock.
The 4th person. Yeah. I don't know this one. I know I've seen it though. I guarantee I've seen it.
You suck. So the actor who's in this movie is also in The Mask.
I just glanced at the chat, so I know
Ace
what it is.
Ventura. The
Oh, I
Grinch.
looked at the chat. I shouldn't have.
Oh, cheaters!
I just looked at the chat.
Cheaters!
He said he looked at the chat, and I was like, "What?" My eyes went. Yeah, me, myself, and Irene.
I gotta learn to stay quiet because if I don't,
Ah.
Sergeant Grumpy Pants is gonna like a dog with a bone. What?
I literally. What?
What a
Huh?
fail! What a
Shiny
fail!
thing? What?
And this
My
was the
favorite-
easy one.
My favorite scene is when he had that giant dildo. He's like, "Did we have fun? Oh, yes, we did." So great.
Oh, love this movie. It's good stuff. I think it's one of Jim Carrey's better movies, actually.
Oh yeah.
I love
fact
his
that he has
sons.
three-
His sons in this
three
movie
black
is hilarious.
Oh come on, Charlie. Them kids' dicks are bigger than them sausages.
All right, boys.
The
Let's
Rock
move
is
this
that JD
along.
Vance?
Let's move this
I don't
along.
know.
Kat, go ahead and jump in here. What is it? The Rock is. Yeah. What do we have? There's always time for lubricant. That's just a
I mean-
universal statement.
Yeah, I don't disagree with it, but I don't know what it's from.
I think you should carry lubricant on you at all times. As a matter
At all
of fact,
times.
yeah.
At all times.
At all times,
Little-
you never know.
Get a little pack in your wallet and the whole thing.
When you got to slide out of a
You know
situation.
what's funny is every time we watch, what is it? It's on YouTube. It's the new Chris Hansen Predator series. Every single time they bust one of those guys and they start going through their bags, they pull out like this
KY.
kit, and there's inevitably always some kind of lubricant in these
No.
kits. I don't know
That's
what it
not
is.
wrong.
0W20.
Yeah.
If I was a giant nasty alien bird in a department store, where would I be? Lingerie.
I don't know if I've seen this one. That doesn't sound familiar at all.
No, not at
This
all.
is a good movie. This is a good movie. You should have seen it.
Okay.
You might
okay.
know it by this last clue.
All right. What is it?
Let's see what we've got. I think we've established that caw and tookie don't work.
I'm drawing a damn blank here. I have no idea.
Man, if you got Sergeant Grumpy Pants stumped, there's zero chance I'm going to get it.
Give me an actor that's in this movie.
David Duchovny.
Definitely haven't seen it.
If it's David Duchovny, it wouldn't be.
I've been reliably informed he carries lubricant on him, though, all the time.
All the time.
Is there a dark-skinned gentleman in the movie by the name of Orlando Jones?
Yes, sir.
Is it Evolution?
Yes, sir.
I was going through the lineup of David Duchovny movies in my head.
I have not seen this movie.
You have not seen Evolution.
That's a good one.
All right.
No.
All right. You failed again. So let's see what we've got, gentlemen. We're just going to move it right along. Pretend like that didn't happen.
Ivan liked the last two flicks that you had up there, Redbeard. So
Ivan, you're a good man. Why don't you go practice falling down? I'll be there in a minute. You'll get this movie. I promise you.
I
Okay.
think I know who this is. Is this David Spade?
No.
He's lying.
Now you're telling me you were so ingrained with white
Yes, it
trash
is.
DNA, your facial hair actually grows in its own all white trashy like that?
I know exactly what this is. Yeah, David
Yeah.
Spade. Don't try to church it up, dear Tay.
Let's
if that's the next quote,
let's see. Well, okay, wait a minute. That's not the next quote, but I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself and pull out the next quote.
Me? Oh, okay.
Anybody, either one of you. Either one of you.
Life's a garden. Dig it.
No, Titan.
No.
You want to give it a shot?
I don't know any of the outside of the one Sergeant Grumpy Pants just said. I don't know any of the quotes for this movie.
No, I will submit that this may be the top
Jamie
quote from this
Presley.
movie.
Jamie Presley's in this movie too.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes,
Let's
she
see what we got. It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
All right. Broken record. Jang. Look, I'm putting it on. Joe Dirt.
Oh, Joe Dirt.
They just don't make funny movies like this anymore. Like, what the heck is going on? We need more movies like this. Come
Because
on.
too many people would fucking cry.
So many people out there crying.
Hooska-doos, hooska-don'ts.
That movie offended me.
You mean to tell
You
me
want
you ain't got no whistling bungholes or kitty chasers?
You want some cries with that Whamburger?
Def Leppard sucks.
All right, so there's a couple quotable moments there. Yeah,
One or two.
Oh, sorry,
Let's
Dirk,
not
did I get
linger.
you? No, I'm cool. No, you ain't.
No, you ain't. Yeah. It's time to separate the wheat from the chaff, the men from the boys, the awkwardly feminine from the possibly Canadian.
Ooh, I
I
don't
think
know.
I'm on the right track.
All right. I mean,
I think I
Maybe
am.
you think?
Maybe
All right.
I think.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I don't think I'm a lot dumber than you thought. I thought I once was.
Yeah, no, I know what this is. Yep. Got it. I nailed it. It's locked in my brain. Think of the actor Ben Stiller.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't think of that actor.
Yeah, think of him.
Don't think of him.
If you can
And-
dodge a
and-
wrench, you
and
can
Vince
dodge
Vaughn.
a ball.
Well, the name of the movie's in the quote.
Oh, no, it's not.
You gotta dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
I don't have to drink my own urine, but it's sterile and I like the taste.
Now, you're about as useful as a poopy flavored lollipop.
Let's see how it works out for him, Cotton.
Bold move.
I'm shocked.
Such a good one. Jason Bateman, yeah.
This was a great
Oh.
movie. What do we got
Oh.
next?
Let's see where we're going. Let's see where we're going with this. You good? I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy who says shenanigans.
I know exactly what this is instantly. Broken Lizard Production Company.
For the
let's
record, they're
see,
coming
does-
out with a part 3
the,
very soon.
This one was too easy.
Does the chat know what we're talking about?
Yes, they do.
Oh, Ivan threw it down hard.
Not so funny, meow, is it? Yes, Ivan's kicking on here. Hey, let's pop some Viagra and issue some tickets with raging mega boners.
Say Car Ramrod. Say Car Ramrod.
Ramrod.
Say, you didn't say it. Oh.
I can't wait to see the third one.
I want a liter of cola.
This movie was a classic from the get-go.
Such a great
Absolutely.
movie.
They were recently on stage with none other than Limp Bizkit and
Oh my
announced
God.
that they are going to be releasing a third movie.
Oh my.
What is
They
Fred
came out
Durst
for the
been up to
song,
since the 90s?
Break Stuff.
You know, I'm not sure that I've seen the second movie. Is that a recommendation? Do I need to see that movie?
It's not as quotable as the first. The
Okay.
first is definitely the better of the two,
Yeah,
but it's
first
a
is
good movie in its own right.
Can I get a liter of cola?
The secret to life is a penis in your asshole. I'm sorry, what did you say? The secret to life is a penis in your asshole. You know, your happiness, to smile, happiness, yeah, happiness, yeah. And then domicile, like where you live. Oh, household.
This is why I say you are the subject matter expert in all things movies. Like,
These
how do you
movie
retain this
lines.
stuff? You
My
like
brain is
emptied out the
full of
rest of your brain and just made room
Yeah.
for movie quotes.
I'd like to
Yeah,
tell you
right.
how it works, but you got to talk to tech support. I don't know.
There's literally nothing else in there. Fix your boobs. You look like a bleeding Picasso.
Ah, I know what this is already.
I don't
This
know
is
what
a
this
good
one
one.
is yet.
This is a good one.
Keep going.
You want to take a stab at the next line there, Sergeant Grumpy Pants?
Ah. No.
All right. Well, tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel about this one.
Okay.
Did you say Abe Lincoln?
Mel Brooks is so great.
What
this
is
one's
this?
so good, dude.
Oh,
Carrie Elwes or Elwes? How do you say his name? Carrie
Dave
Elwes?
Chappelle or
Dave
Carrie
Chappelle.
Elwes.
All right, let's see. Does Ivan know this one?
Ivan-
Does anybody in the chat know this one?
But
'Cause
this
I
one's
don't know
this one's a
one.
little bit older. This one's a little bit older.
Is it
but,
obscure or was this a pretty
No,
popular movie?
It's pretty
I
popular
wouldn't
when it
call
when it
super
came out.
obscure. We were younger though.
A
Okay.
Jew
Let's see.
in
Let's see.
England.
Let's face it. You got to be a man to wear tights.
Okay, I know what it is.
Do you say it? You got to say it. Come on.
Is this Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Yeah. Bless you.
That's right.
I'm on.
This
the
was a
East
good
Bank.
one.
I'm on the West Bank. Ain't exactly the Mississippi, fellas.
Did your mole just move?
I have a mole. He passed away too, didn't he? He's been passed
No,
for a
he's still
while,
around.
hasn't he? The guy who played Little John, or not Little John, Prince John.
Lil Jon?
Yeah.
I don't think he was
wrong
in the
one.
movie.
Lil Jon wasn't in the movie. No,
That's the wrong
no.
Sean John.
Yeah.
We're men in tights.
Yes.
That's
Watch
right.
what you say, or
100%.
else we'll put out your lights.
That's right.
We may look like sissies.
All right, boys. Let's see if you can get this one. That's impossible. Did you deduct 16 pounds for your shoes?
Sounds very familiar, so I'm pretty sure I've seen this.
I'm drawing a blank.
I think I'll get it before you're done.
Well, let's see what else we got.
All right.
Oh my God, I just realized, you guys, I invented Post-its.
I think I saw this movie in the theaters with Cigar Titan back in the day because he was like, dude, you got to see it. There's a cowboy in there and he's always smoking and he looks so cool. And I was like, oh my God, I think so. Yeah. I think I know this one. I think so. It's old. 1990s, 98.
No, not until you admit that I'm the Mary and you're the Rhoda.
Yeah, it is. I know what it is now.
What is it, Sergeant Grumpy Pants?
It's Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
That's right.
Scott the Robot giving away the game in the chat.
Oh, yes, they did. Look at it.
Fun fact, they're actually going to be coming out with another Romy and Michelle movie.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Yep. They're in the works of making another movie. Both Mira Sorvino and
Lisa
Kudrow. Lisa Kudrow,
Lisa
thank you,
Kudrow, yeah.
are coming back to reprise their roles. Yes.
Doesn't
You know what? If
Kudrow look like that now?
you
She actually aged pretty well considering like
Really?
some of the other people who were in
generous
the
of you.
show Friends. Yeah.
if you don't have Janine Garofalo in it, I don't want to see the movie.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
yeah.
Fair enough.
What, Lady Fair cigarettes? You take one drag and they're gone in a second.
Apparently, everybody who went to that high school made millions of dollars inventing stuff. Stop laughing! I'm trying to fight you.
Sounds familiar. What's the next clue?
I don't think you know it. Let's see. Rich, hairless Russian guy with a huge dingle dong came between us.
Ooh, now I'm not so confident. Dingle dong.
Then none of these are like resonating with me. There's no surge of memory bubble being brought up to the
Nothing there.
Nothing.
Look, it's not going to be the elves that get us into the song contest this year. It's going to be the perfect song.
Is it Mean Girls? I don't know.
No,
It is not Mean Girls, but it does share an actress with Mean Girls. Rachel McAdams is in this movie.
Oh, I like Rachel McAdams. She aged very well.
I don't know. I'm sure when you say the name of the movie, I'll have heard of it. I'm not sure if
Here's a
I've
hint
seen
for you.
it.
This movie did not come out in movie theaters because of the COVID pandemic, because of the lockdowns. It was released direct to streaming.
This is a-
the movie's that new?
It's not Game Night, is it?
No.
I like Game Night. That one's fun.
That was a good one too.
Boys, you have failed again.
What is this? Oh,
Eurovision.
You know, I started watching this one and I just couldn't finish it.
I've never heard of it.
This is one that I think you've just got to be like a really big Will Ferrell fan to make it all the way through. Like for me, this one just didn't land.
Will Ferrell's hair looks like that from the guy Blades of Fury or whatever it was, Blades of Glory.
Yeah, yeah.
His hair looks like that
With
from
Napoleon
this movie.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a funny movie. Aside
clearly.
from some of Will Ferrell, because Will Ferrell is one of those guys who it can be 50-50 sometimes. Sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's just kind of annoying. But I would recommend this one for at least one watch.
He uses a lot of self-deprecating humor.
Yep.
I loved him in Good Guys. Good Guys was
Oh,
awesome.
that was so great.
The Other Guys.
Oh, I'm sorry, The Other Guys. Yes,
Yeah,
you're correct.
yeah.
The Other Guys.
With him and Mark Wahlberg. That's a funny movie. Look, I have one job on this lousy ship. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it.
I know exactly what this is. That's Sigourney Weaver's character shouting that line out. I know exactly what this is.
This is
If
such a
it's-
good movie.
This is a great movie.
I don't know
Sam
that I've seen this.
Rockwell, Tim Allen.
By Grabthar's hammer.
Yeah.
What a savings.
Oh, R.I.P. Alan Rickman.
Oh, Alan
R.I.P..
Rickman.
What's next? I don't know this one.
Never give up, never surrender.
Saving
You-
Private
you-
Ryan.
No, the whole
No.
movie was basically a spoof of like Star Wars and Trekkers or Trekkies or whatever they're called. It's just a big
This isn't Spaceballs.
no. That would have been more Star Wars. This is more like Star Trek.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
a
You said
movie
Star Wars.
about actors
Did I say Star
who
Wars?
used to be on a television show like Star Trek,
Yeah.
and they have long since the show's long since been canceled. So
Okay.
they're on the sort of convention circuit, right? And they appear at all these other places, but none of them can get work doing anything else because they're all recognized only by their characters from this original movie. Then an alien civilization contacts them, and they believe the original TV series to be historical documents.
Yeah,
And
it's not
so
TV.
they rebuild their whole entire civilization around everything, and they
Mhm.
take all of these actors and take them up. And if you don't know what the movie is by that, you've
Yeah.
never seen Galaxy.
I've never seen Galaxy.
Dude, it
Quest.
is so good. Have you ever just turned it on?
What was that?
that was the aliens' reaction. And they're talking about the Omega 13 or something like that.
Omega 13, yeah.
The Omega 13, and he was like, "Why do these guys want it so bad? What does it do?" Well, none of us know. We never really had the courage to do anything with it. He's like, "Well, why don't you just turn it on?" And his reaction, the alien goes, "It's so
Oh.
great."
After you get done watching Idiocracy, this
Yes.
is your next movie.
Galaxy Quest is such a good movie.
Let's take a look at the final boss. This is actually one of my favorite movies, as far as comedy goes.
I was going to say we can't show that on here.
I'll give I'll give you a hint. It's a British movie. But you do
I
know
already
the
know what it
actors.
is.
You do
I
know
already
the
know what it
actors
is.
that are in
Can I
this.
just guess?
Is it true that there's a place in a man's head where if you shoot it, it will blow up?
Can I just guess right out of the bat?
You can guess.
Monty Python Search for the Holy
No,
Grail. Okay.
no, that was last week. Fail.
Oh,
Have you ever fired two guns whilst jumping through the air?
It's a good one. It's a good one. This is Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
That's right.
Such a great movie too. I just watched this one not long ago because it was
You know
free
what?
on Amazon Prime.
When I watched this movie the first time, a lot of the jokes didn't land because the accents sometimes, or like maybe you don't know sort of like the cultural references in some instances. Since then, I've probably watched this movie 50 times.
It's such a
Sergeant Butterman, Sergeant Butterman, the little hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Mhm.
Cigar Titan does not know what this movie is. He has not seen it. He has bad taste.
Oh. I'll give you another one you need to watch that has these two main actors in it as well. It's called Shaun of the Dead, and it is so.
I've seen that. I've seen.
Also, they are also both in a movie called Paul.
Yes.
I haven't seen Paul, the one with the alien.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen
This
that.
one. This one's hot.
Nick
fuzz.
Frost. Nick Frost is in a movie called Cuban Fury, which is hysterical. But this movie is Hot Fuzz.
Nope, never seen it.
So good.
Didn't that guy play James Bond?
Yeah,
For 2 films, yes.
Timothy
Yeah.
Dalton.
Timothy Dalton. There you go. Thank
He
you.
did 2 James Bonds. He just did one more than George Lazenby, who only got 1. And that was the worst one of the entire series.
It was. That was terrible.
Yeah. James Bond doesn't get married. What's he doing marrying off James Bond? That's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I think you won this time.
What? Oh, but we're still losers.
But we can lose.
Boo.
All right. Well, let's. That was good. That was fun. I did see a couple of those for sure. I feel like I saw more of those movies than we have in the past. And I promise you, I will see Idiocracy
And Galaxy
I will-
Quest.
I'll add Galaxy Quest to my list of movies to watch for sure. But
Now,
let's
does-
go ahead.
Never mind. No, I was
Nope,
going to
go-
say,
go.
does Mrs. Titan, is she more well versed in movies that are kind of obscure like this? Does she know stuff like this? Because she seems like the type of gal who would love Blazing Saddles.
She loves oh yeah, she's seen Blazing Saddles. She loves comedies. Like she will, anytime we watch a movie, it has to be a comedy. She will absolutely refuse to sit down and watch any kind of horror or scary movies. When I watch it, she just won't participate. She doesn't like it, but she loves comedy movies. She doesn't watch a lot of movies. She's kind of one of those people that doesn't, sit still for very long. So getting her to sit down for 2 hours and just watch a movie all the way through is a difficult thing for her to do. She has to keep moving and be active. So she's always bouncing around and all over the place. But if it's a comedy, she'll definitely sit down and give it a shot. All right, well, let's move on to our final segment, gentlemen, and that is Allegedly Dumb. So, Sergeant Grubby Pants, why don't you set us up for this segment and explain to everybody what this segment's all about? Because we've tried to kind of define what allegedly dumb is in the past, and I don't know that we've done that successfully, but maybe allegedly dumb doesn't need to be so well defined.
You know what? I think we're getting close.
I think so. We're getting there.
I have to look it up because I honestly, I've completely forgot what it was that I sent you.
Well, while you're looking at that, Ivan said he got his wife to watch the first Rocky movie and she liked it. Well, if she liked the first one, then she's gonna like number 3 and 4 for sure, because those are the first one without a doubt, awesome movie. But 3 and 4, some of the most inspirational movies from the 80s. When you've got Ivan Drago and Clubber Lang, like those are great movies.
Except for Rocky 19. That movie sucks.
Rocky 19.
It's like the franchise that refuses to die. It's like the Fast and the Furious. Just fucking let it die.
That's right. Well, even the new Apollo movies. I don't know if you gentlemen have seen either one of I think there's 3 Apollo movies now. Those were really good flicks. Even the last one, because I don't think the last one Sylvester Stallone was involved in, but I thought that Michael B. Jordan did a fantastic job playing Apollo Creed's son. They're really good flicks. If you haven't seen those, I would highly recommend them. They're very good.
Do we have to call him Michael B. Jordan just to not confuse him with the basketball player?
Yes, because if you say Michael Jordan, everybody's going to think Michael Jordan.
I got it. That's a good comment. Scott the Robot goes on to say, I want to see I Play Rocky. I do too. That actually looks like a really good flick.
Looks like a good flick.
Yeah, it does. So
I think I said, sorry, correction. I haven't said Creed, the Creed movies. Yes, I think I said Apollo. You're right, Creed.
Right.
There's some loose tangential relation.
That's right.
You all right there, pal?
You better hurry up because he's going to shove his feet in the camera again if you don't.
I was going to do it. So to define what allegedly dumb is, I don't know if you can really put a definitive definition on it, but I guess I could kind of loosely give you an idea of what it is. It's just random shit that I find on the internet from Monday through Friday. This case was Sunday through Thursday because we're Friday now. It's just random things that I find. It could be either on Instagram or TikTok, and it's just things that resonate with me that just I find funny or I find intriguing. And today's a little bit more intriguing. It's not super serious. There's nothing to worry about like social injustice or anything of that nature.
Oh man.
I know, but this is something that kind of like
I love me some social injustice.
I try to be more entertaining with getting more social injustice and things of that nature going on here. But this one really
actually have to apologize for some injustices.
Oh my God, you didn't even get to those yet, did you?
Oh, that's right.
Take your time. Do it now. Do it now. You got like
no
minutes.
Do your thing.
Are you sure? This is going to take very long.
Yep.
So
Do your thing.
Oh, perfect.
We'll put it on the end.
Cool. So the one video clip that I did send you was something that I thought was fantastical because we're always getting in debates in my household, the difference between men and women. are, you know, trans men really men, or trans women really women? And, you know, the general consensus in our household is just no, we believe people to be of that sex. And then we get into just further discussions where are the sexes really that different? And yes, I do wholeheartedly believe that they are. And men and women are inherently different. They have different strengths. I'm not going to say one is greater than the other, but we definitely do.
I will.
I'm going to say that we both bring something strong to the table in our own element. Where we as men fall short in an area, women usually pick up in that regards. And where women fall short, we as men usually pick up in that regard. So celebrating the strengths of women and not trying to keep up with the big dog, so to speak. You know, women just being women, and celebrate that, and finding the strength in the beauty and the things that you guys are capable of doing as women that we as men are not able to do. Why don't you just focus on that? Why are you trying to constantly compete with men in that regard? And this is something that I found fantastical, was this video clip. If you could play video clip number 1 for me. It's a little long, but watch it in its entirety. You make comments throughout the duration if you'd like, but chat, enjoy this. This is for you. This is just what I find entertaining when it comes to these types of topics. You're muted. You're muted.
I'm going to ask that the clips weren't labeled. Is it the one with the lady there on the front, or is it the one with the group?
The one with the lady?
And the women have no choice but to swim to the shore in the clothes they're wearing.
No dry clothes and no fire, because we have to make mistakes.
Don't think about it. Just one by one.
It's gonna take
We'll just cuddle each other tonight.
There are the guys.
With light running out fast, the women are no closer to finding a beach to set up camp.
So for everybody out there that can't see what's going on right now,
all male
let me
island
explain to you
versus all female island.
Yeah, there's 2 islands, and
You've probably seen this clip on the internets before.
Probably.
Yes.
One island is all women, the other island is all men, and they have to figure out how to set up camp and survive using only the resources they're able to find on that island. And from the beginning of this clip, it looks like the women are handling everything fine. They're
they're doing a great job
level setting their emotions before they get into the real hard work, and the men are just acting erratic and crazy, jumping into the water and screaming. Let's see how this plays out.
I think. Oh my God, there's a caiman.
Though potentially deadly to humans, a crocodile of this size could provide tens of thousands of calories for the women.
Well, then we better leave it alone. I mean, you don't want to touch that.
No.
Let's hope these women leave it alone.
Who have barely eaten in days. The women decide to walk away.
Thank God.
Smart. Yeah.
Smart.
For this potentially life-saving feast.
Not even sharpen a stick.
Is our dinner. The little bastard's got close running. He's not scared of us.
You're in.
Here we go, puppy dog.
Yes.
Go. Get in there, boys. Woo!
Actually wrapping up the dog.
We can't eat because we have no fire.
The women are now contemplating the decision they made to walk away from tens of thousands of calories. Well, just like a woman walk away from tens of thousands of calories. I'll take the salad.
What good would it have done without any fire?
That's true. I know, that's true. They'll just have the salad. Don't worry about it. Things are going to be fine, I'm sure. Let's see how this plays out.
We got any croutons?
We have nothing to drink because we can't boil it to purify it and sterilize it.
The women have circled back to Coconut Beach for a second time. The women have now been without water for more than 48 hours, and they are dangerously dehydrated.
I feel really drained.
This may actually be the first time you would get a quiet night sleeping next to a woman.
They're all passed out from dehydration. Fellas, you've heard it here first. You want your wife to shut up, don't give her water.
48 hours, that's right. I mean, honestly, it just looks like a vacation for the guys. Like the guys are like, "Hey, let's get away for the weekend."
Time.
Yeah, let's get away for the
time.
weekend.
Guys go out and do that stuff on just normally.
For fun.
They're camping.
These guys are literally reliving their childhood. They're like, "Hey, let's go build a fort on an actual island."
Now,
That's
to
it.
be fair, if we were to reverse these roles a little bit, right? If we were
Sure.
to drop the men and the women into a maternity ward and just be like, survive, the men would die of dehydration. Okay.
I'm sure the women are dying of dehydration because of the patriarchy here. Clearly, these are all cisgender white males, and that's the reason they don't have any water. Even the cameraman gets in on the action with the guys. That's
These
how
guys
quick,
literally-
ladies.
Yeah.
That is how quickly men become friends. It does not take a lot. It does not take a lot.
What's
You
that?
like
A
my
fish? You want to be friends?
You like my shoes? You want to see how fast I can run in them? Yeah.
After almost 2 weeks without a meal, the group is at the point of starvation. If they don't eat soon, there's a genuine risk their organs will start to shut down.
Call the medics!
It just ends with one just like splayed out.
You know what
Just,
this reminds me of? There was this. It was kind of a meme going around a few years ago. I don't know if you gentlemen heard about this, where there were people that were going out and they were asking women, if you were alone in a forest, who would you choose, the bear or a man?
Yeah.
I'm glad you
And
brought
how
that up.
many women said, "Oh, I would choose the bear"?
Right.
It's safer.
Sure.
It's safer. This is exactly why when you're in a situation like that, you want to have a man next to you to help, not a bear.
Now, not saying anything bad about women here.
Please
Okay.
do.
I'm
But
pretty
what
sure
I'm
I
go-
said a few bad things that I'm going to
on.
have to apologize
What
for
I'm gonna
later.
say-
Spoke the bear.
Is
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and highlight the attributes of the men. And this leads me into the next portion of this segment here. As you just seen, most women would say, well, that's an extreme circumstance. That's not the world we live in now. But isn't it? Because isn't the world you live in now, the infrastructure and everything that you enjoy and constantly complain and bitch about, the patriarchy and everything, wasn't it all created by men? This was once that rugged civilization through years that men have built up. And yet you have everything afforded to you by men, by the way. 19th Amendment passed by men in order to give women the right to bitch and complain. Boy, I wish we could go back and undo that one, huh, fellas?
We're going to have a
comment.
lot of apologies
No
for next
comment.
week.
Literally saying at this point in time, women just and the whole bear thing, as you brought up, is also another thing that women like to go and start spouting off is, if we got rid of all the men in the world, who would women need protecting from? And I found that very interesting.
To be fair, let's specify which women
Sure.
we're talking about.
Blue hairs.
My blue-haired conservative wife, reasonably conservative, probably a little more libertarian.
Okay.
Not like that. Not like that.
Not like that. Okay.
Is not going to be complaining about not getting to work on the oil rig.
Right. How about Mrs. Titan? Does she complain about not having a coal miner's job?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody say fifth? Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you?
That's smart. Very, very
It's
smart.
reasonable.
Man.
That's reasonable.
Well, that's reasonable, but
I gotta go sleep next to her tonight. So
right.
You know.
But that begs the question, you know, what if we did get rid of all the men in the world? Who would women actually need protecting from?
Well,
and I found that very interesting.
Pickle jars is a big thing that men do.
Yeah. Pickle jars, marinara sauce jars, Alfredo sauce jars, any jar in general. Oh, can you get this open? It's a little tight. All right, you know, cool. I've heard it said by many women in my life that the only reason that we keep men around is to move heavy furniture and procreate. That's it. That's all you men are good for anyways. And even then, the procreation part, not even that great. Like, and we're so stupid, but women are still fucking us. So what does that say about them? You know, I'm just saying. Anyways, if you could play clip number 2 for me as well.
I'm glad you're not saying anything bad about women.
There's more.
Anything bad about women. I'm just saying, let's just point out the obvious differences here, right?
Fair
if
enough.
you could play clip number 2,
are...
this answers the question: if we took men out of the world, who would women need protecting from? Go play clip number 2 if you could.
We are prepared for this dumpster fire.
Uh-oh. Looks like one woman is being attacked by 2. Oh, no, a 3rd migrant woman. Women on women action when it comes to assault and battery.
We've got some girl on girl.
Girl on girl action here. But if you got rid of all the men in the world.
You know what the sad part is? Not a single fucking liberal will say a word. Not one word. They'll just dismiss this. That was racism. That was a hate crime. You know what's even funnier? A Muslim ran into an LGBTQ parade out in Germany. Not a single fucking liberal said a word. They are so afraid of offending Muslims because they're like, we need their vote. No, Muslims are using you dumb motherfuckers. Muslims are not compatible with Western society. Get the fuck out of Western society. Period. End all be all. And if you disagree with me, fuck you.
Oh.
I know it was a little harsh on that stance right there, but
whoa,
we should have had him questioning Dr. Fauci.
Right,
that's right.
But as you saw there, 3 women attacked another woman, so that answers the question: if all the men were removed, who would women need protecting from? They would still need protecting from themselves, because if I'm not mistaken, don't they still have federal and state penitentiaries for women who commit horrendous, atrocious crimes against other human beings, whether it's men or children? You know, not every woman can say, all mothers love their children. Case in point, Casey Anthony. She's probably not going to win Mother of the Year, right? So, yeah. That right there, it's definitive proof.
that just proves it. If we all got on a ship, out to the stars.
Yep, we just took off. But what would happen to this infrastructure? Would women
would break
pick
apart?
Up the mantle?
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously a hypothetical, right?
Of course it is. Very much a hypothetical, but it's a stupid hypothetical.
Right, and it's a stupid hypothetical that's posed by people who basically just want to do like the virtue signal that says,
it's performative.
"Oh, we're the strong women. We can stand up for ourselves." This and you know what? Great.
Right.
You want to do that? You go do that. Fine. I'm not even gonna be mad at you.
Sure.
You go do your thing. I'm not gonna let my daughter watch you on TikTok.
That's right.
Right. You know, I just found it very interesting that they were just, you know, if we get rid of all the men, who would women need protecting from? Well, obviously, other women, right? They're still capable of doing bad things. Now, the rates and the statistics might be a lot less, but it would still happen. It would still be an occurrence. It's not like it would completely disappear. And choosing the bear, that's retarded. Why would you do that? A bear will maul you to death.
It's performative. It's performative.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Of course.
Right.
Well, before we wrap up, I have been informed by Mr. Redbeard Wright that we forgot our apology section at the beginning of the show. So before we wrap up, sir, if you wouldn't mind issuing out apologies. I know we're going to have a long list of these for next week.
There'll be
What?
Yeah, some of these are going to have to happen as soon as we get off the show tonight.
That is right.
I have done a little bit more of a formal type of letter here for our apologies because it's been a little bit slapdash lately. Just, hey, we apologize. So want to really nail this down and get this right. When in the course of smoke signals and side quests, it becomes necessary for one people to like and subscribe, strengthening the bands which have connected them one with another, and to assume that what we say is never meant as super serial, with a decent respect to the opinions of our subscribers, requiring that we should declare the causes which compel us to ask that you not flag our content, because we do sincerely apologize to the following aggrieved parties, who are Hideo Nomo, Matt Damon, Elon Musk, background actors, extras, The SAG, Mel Gibson, Will Smith, Hollywood, Tupac's Hologram, Grok, George Lucas, Harrison Ford, the AI overlords. Please don't hurt us. We're willing to be bought and we'll do your bidding. Snoop Dogg, cops with no body cams, children being exploited for political purposes. Elvis, Peter Cushing, John Heater, Mark Wahlberg, Kevin Smith, cats who attack their sleeping owners in devious ways that definitely aren't AI generated. And that concludes our list of apologies.
Did you say the name Will Smith?
No.
That is the proper enunciation, sir.
I actually have one more. Can you pull up the last picture I sent you? It's like clip 3, clip. Yeah, that one right there. Redbeard, could you go ahead and read that and act it out as each panel is as the sex?
Be the kind of guy I want. All right, then. Be the kind of woman I want. Oh my God, you misogynistic patriarchal caveman.
Thank you.
Nice.
That was really well done, sir. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, excuse me. Well, that concludes episode number 7 of Smoke Signals and Side Quest. We want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today and for all the comments. That was super cool. If you're just joining us for the first time, don't forget to like and subscribe. We normally air our episodes every Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can catch the audio-only version over on Amazon and Spotify the following day and take us with you during the week. If you got something in mind that you'd like to see on a future episode, don't forget to drop it down below in the comments. And if you're just, following us and signing up to be a part of the Smoke Signals and Side Quest crew, drop your name down below too, and we'll call you out in a future episode. Until next week, gentlemen, it has been a pleasure.
Oh my.
Indubitably.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Night.
You too. Have a good one, guys.